Today we're going to be taking a look at the very best album cover art of 2022, in my humble opinion. I am definitely not a graphic designer, and I have no professional knowledge in this matter. However, I am a very visual person, and the album cover art and the aesthetics of the album will really make a difference, make or break whether I'll check out an album or continue to listen to it down the line. So these are all cover arts that stood out to me this year. You're going to see some pretty iconic ones in there, maybe some stuff you don't recognize. So just stuff that jumped out to me. So I'm going to put this into matchup mode so we can see them a little closer. So these are two very controversial album covers. That's why I wanted to pose them against each other. Her Loss by Drake and Honestly Nevermind. So, I gotta tell you guys, okay? I was a fan of both of these covers the second they came out. I know that they got a lot of hate and flack within the community, but I mean, honestly, let's just be honest here. These are iconic covers, okay? Her Loss, I don't know if it's because I listen to so much underground hip-hop, like Griselda type of stuff. They kind of do the weird face shots like that. But that really jumped out to me immediately as just iconic. You can look back on that in multiple years and just be like, oh, yeah, okay, I remember that. So, yeah, we're going to move on. Honestly, Nevermind. That cover... another one. I liked it right off the bat. People don't. My reasoning, I don't know. The font is very chrome and flashy. However, it's very easy to read. So I think that's kind of a nice combo. You can really tell what it says. With that being said, I'm going Her Loss. That is an iconic album cover. I like it a lot better than the music. Don't come after me. So we'll go ahead and move that one on. Okay, so the next pairing here is a complete far left field type of matchup after that last one. So first album is Some Nights I Dream of Doors, it's called, by Oban Jayar. And again, just very psychedelic, very cool. It's it kind of follows the theme of the album title. He's dreaming of doors. It looks like he's in an ethereal sort of dream and he's walking through a door. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just really artfully done, and it made me want to come back to the album over and over. So over here we've got Perfume Genius. Ugly Season, I believe, is the title of this album. And I don't know, I'm really drawn to kind of the painted sort of look. It's confusing. It's weird to look at, but something about it draws me in. These are both cool albums. I kept coming back because of the covers, okay? So, you know what? I think I'm going to have to pull through the Oban Jayar there. Okay. Denzel Curry versus JID. This is a matchup. For some reason, I've been kind of putting in my head all year, just them as rappers, because they're both up and coming and making big waves in a similar kind of scene. So, again, Denzel Curry just embodied that aesthetic. He had that crazy anime hair going, and in the music videos and all that. So I think it's really cool. The kind of blur on it and again, really stood out to me right off the bat. Moving on to the JID cover, it's really quite cool. It's something I want to own on vinyl so I can kind of look closer and take a peek at what all is going on there, because Spotify's not always doing the justice for the album cover. So the other cool thing about this one is it's a reiteration of the Never Story, which is a JID album from a couple albums back. So that one is kind of orange and black. It's got a bunch of figures drawn on it. And this one is kind of a realistic scene of what that album cover had drawn on it. So it's cool, you know. They have a lot going on in there. Oh God, I haven't made this decision yet, guys. So this is all live time. Oh no, I like this one better. I like Denzel better, the cover art, but this one is maybe more iconic. And for that reason, I think we're gonna bring this ahead. All right, guys. This is Snot Ethereal is the album. This one is Red Veil, Learn to Swim. These are two kind of, you know, cool alternative or underground hip hop, and just got the cool like blue covers. That's why I like the matchup here. So Snot, I like how this picture, it's clearly a photo of him, but they have some sort of you know, altering and photoshopping to make it look ethereal, which is the album title. So it's almost like a painting, like his face and kind of the cool pose and everything. I'm just really a fan of that. So putting that up against Learn to Swim. I wish I would have found out the artist name beforehand, because guys, this is probably one of the best painted album covers all year in terms of like something that was like very clearly handmade. It's just beautiful. I mean, you can see underwater and above water, and you've got Red Veil sitting there. It follows the album title. It's just really nicely done. I love these so much, both of them, but I'm gonna have to go with Red Veil there. So, oh, okay. I don't want to quite do it this way. We're gonna go ahead and move on to. Oh, can I not do these matchups? Okay. We'll take care of the left side of the bracket here first. Okay. I didn't think about this. This is a funny matchup because it's very mainstream versus very underground. Oh God, guys, don't kill me, but this Drake cover is very iconic. I like it a lot. Okay, Learn to Swim versus The Forever Story. Again, don't hate me, but this Red Veil cover is just so nice. I love the handmade sort of vibe to it. Okay. So I'm gonna have to, in the final matchup here, I'm gonna have to go Red Veil over her loss. Sorry, I'm doing this all in live time, guys. I'm not even gonna explain myself there, okay? Just come after me in my comments. Skinty Fia by Fontaines DC. Really cool album. I wish it could be on my top 25 video, but just got pushed out barely. But really cool album, and it's got this just bizarre cover of it's like a deer inside of the house. There's the weird red lighting. That font is just perfect. Like, the font describes the music, if that makes any sense. And I got this matched up versus Mahal by Toro y Moi. The reason I like this cover so much is because it's clearly like a sort of play on old school albums. So again, something I want to own on vinyl because it's just very timeless. Like you've got the sort of border and then like all the writing on there, you know, explaining who's on the album, stuff like that. Definitely pretty old school. These are both really iconic, and don't hate me, but I'm going Mahal here. Okay. So Bakar, I do not recall the name. Nobody's Home, I believe, is the album name. Versus Fair Exchange, No Robbery by Boldy James and Nicholas Craven. So guys, this is kind of a weird matchup here. I really love the simplicity of this album cover, and then the white gloves just really stand out. He's got this cool hat on that kind of has these devil horns going. Just it's cool. Like, I don't have any professional knowledge here, but that really drew me in. Versus Fair Exchange, No Robbery. Okay, so guys, this this is really my favorite album cover in underground hip hop this year. If I had to, well, let's not give spoiler alerts here, okay? But the cool thing about this cover art is that, so Fair Exchange, No Robbery is some sort of very old English kind of explaining that if you exchange goods, then it's not a robbery. I don't know very much about that, but I just kind of was learning about it. But the cover art here is really cool because it's taking the same art from this canned maple syrup that you can buy in Canada. And I'm failing to think of the name right now, but it has that same exact cover art, the trees, the sort of woodshed there, and then the guy tapping maple syrup. And then what Boldy and Nicholas Craven did is they made some changes. They put a Griselda stamp on the side of that barn, and then instead of syrup coming out of this tree, he's got something purple, and we'll leave that up to the imagination. So I just really, sorry to ramble, but I really like this one because it's combining like an old artwork with a bunch of new ideas. They kind of throw like little Easter eggs in there for the listeners, so it's cool. Also, one more thing, the 227 ml there, 227 is like Boldy James' whole thing, so like, they kept the theme, but they're putting little Easter eggs in there. We're going to move on. That's going to be the winner. All right. The TDE battle, okay? This is Ab-Soul Herbert versus Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. This one just came out, and right away, love the album cover, obviously. I mean, he's got the stack of vinyl behind him. He's got the giant headphones on. I assume this is Ab-Soul as a child. But if not, it's definitely implied given the name of the album and everything. So it's just cool. Like there's the old TV up here. You can tell kind of the era that he's coming up in. And yeah, it's just awesome. Like getting kids into music that young. Fantastic. So, okay, versus Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Guys, there's nothing I can say about this album that hasn't been said already. I mean, you've got so much to look at. There's things that like pop out to you like way down the line, You've got the plaster kind of on the wall back here from bullet holes, and you've got we see Whitney, I believe this is, which is Kendrick's wife, and his two children. And so it's kind of like bearing into his soul like pieces that we have not seen from him before. He's a very private kind of guy. So for him to put all this on an album cover is pretty iconic in my opinion. So I've said my piece here. We're going to go with Kendrick. All right, the final matchup. These are two West Side Gun executive produced albums, and you guys know me, all right? I'm a huge stan. He is just a great visual artist, and so he definitely gave a vibe to each of these artists to kind of run with. The first one here is Armani Caesar's album, The Liz 2 rather, and it's a altered sort of old photo of Elizabeth Taylor, the actress, and it's got the third eye thing going, and like the cover art really describes what the music's like. Like, Griselda's all about that grimy fly shit, so it's like it's a little bit weird and off kilter, but she's got, she's rocking the super fancy earrings and just looking like stone cold. It really describes kind of the music pretty well. So moving on, Rome Street's Kiss the Ring. Guys, this one instantly jumped out to me, made me want to listen to the album just over and over because it's just a cool photo. I mean, Rome Street's got that ring when he signed to Griselda. Obviously, the album's called Kiss the Ring, so it's following this whole sort of theme. And just like the sort of brazenness, you know, it's just boom, the double or the finger up, and just the big smile, all the like, you know, gold out teeth and like crazy big ring. It's just it's again really iconic. In terms of, because you know I've got both of these records on order here, which one am I gonna hang up on my wall and really display? Like, I don't know. I kind of like this Armani Caesar one because it looks so beautiful that it, you know, you wouldn't suspect it to be so grimy, whereas this one is just grimy. You know, he's flipping you off, he's telling you he's rich. So we're gonna go with the Liz here. Okay, guys, we'll go pretty quickly through here. I know I've been rambling. It's gonna be a pretty easy matchup here. We're gonna go Fair Exchange, No Robbery. It's just iconic. All right, it's great. Okay, so another weird one. The Liz versus Mr. Morale. Guys, I've said my piece. We're going Kendrick. Okay. So this is kind of a battle of what do I think is more iconic versus what do I like more. This cover art is just so nice. And like I want to put this up on my wall because people are gonna be like, you know, it's unassuming. It just looks like a nice wintry scene, but the music is so vicious and sort of dark. But versus this, guys, looking back in years from now, what are we gonna be remembering the most? And it's got to be the Kendrick album. It's just got to be. Okay, the final matchup. I've put Red Veil Learn to Swim versus Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna go this way. Because there's a million album covers I'd rather put kind of on my wall instead of this Kendrick one, but like, guys, let's be honest, this is really iconic. Like, the framing, the lighting, and everything about it is just speaks to the music. It's beautiful. So yeah, guys, that was the bracket for best album covers of the year. If we hit 6 views on this video, I'll make another video. How about that? All right, till next time. Peace.